Guys, welcome back. So today we'll be working on this car outside because the car won't start. It's a Santa Fe 2022. Okay, so I guess the vehicle is dead. Let me open the hood and grab a booster. So apparently this vehicle was towed in for a no start. Like it won't go to ignition on. It's just on the accessories. So I already did a pre-check on it on under the hood and checked the fuses. So far it was good, but we're gonna double check again. I grabbed the schematic and also the advisor who was working on this, because she was a technician before, so she programmed this key. What she told me is that the first programming was unsuccessful, it failed, but the second time it went through. So we're gonna double check that too. I don't know if it's a key issue or something like that, or maybe it's some stupid fuse problem. I don't know, but we'll check. Okay, I put the booster in there, so we're just gonna go inside the car, and then I'll show you what's going on with this vehicle. Where's my light? It's too dark here. Okay, so there's our light. Okay, so what's going on is, if I'm gonna, oh, our key fob is working, but if you press this, get that, and shift to park. See that our immobilizer icon is on there, and it's only in accessories, right? And for sure we cannot, what do you call that, we can scan for codes in this because obviously it doesn't go to ignition on, but at least maybe we can just scan the IBU where the smart key module is. So let's try that and see what's going on inside there. Oh, I have to input the, so let me go through with this. I'm just gonna input the VIN number and go to that module if I can go in, and I don't know if it's gonna, help us too, that this vehicle is a rental. So I don't know what's the condition in this before, so we'll see. And yeah, let me just input this VIN number and then we'll check what modules we can go in with ignition off. Okay, so I input our VIN number manually. I'm just gonna go to the smart key and the IBU. Let's see if we can go in there and see what we have. Okay, so at least we have these guys here. Oops. We got the start stop button. That's the one. Switch 1, switch 2, ignition 1, ignition 2 signal, brake pedal. Let me press the brake pedal. So that changes, right? So I don't think we have a brake pedal issue as of now. What else we have here? So in here, we have clearly see here our parking position signal is not on P, which is, of course, it won't go to ignition on. It should still go to ignition on, even though it's still not on P. Let's say you put it in drive, it should still go to ignition on, but it won't start. But it says they're not P, which is not in park. What else do we have here that's helpful to us? Okay, smart key status, number of learned keys 1. Okay, ignition 1, says here ignition 1 input open present, ACC input open present. Let me go to ACC then. As accessories. Okay, ignition on. So what else we have here? So let me try this ignition, accessory signal, start stop, and brake pedal. Graph. Let's see if we see some changes here. Brake pedal is on. Start stop button is turning on. And it went to accessory. So if I'm gonna hold the start stop button, it's turning on. So I don't think we have a button issue here. Okay. I'm not sure with this ignition 2 signal. Maybe that's for the key itself. Because this vehicle is a start stop button. But I'm worried about this P position signal at it says they're not park, right? Not P. So I have to grab a wiring diagram for our inhibitor switch. Let's see what we can find. Hi guys, so I have this printed out. We got the start stop button here. It's just gonna close that switch. We go to our IBU. When we communicate our IBU smart key unit, it went in, so meaning we got good communication in there for our module, and it will just go on our PCM and it will start the starter, right? But in this case, we got a not P or not park, if I read that correctly. So I went here on our transmission side. All it does is, we got the shift control unit, because this is a shift by wire, so it's just a push button. We got the signal, so it's just on the module that if it's park or not park. We got here park position, and then what else that we need to know before we jump on this. And we see here ignition 1 here, 40 amp, that on the PCB black. We can check quickly on our fuses there, and also we got here on our ignition 2 40 amp, right? So we're gonna check that, because that's all run with the ACC 20 amp. So we're gonna check all those, and it says here hot at all times, so we should have power on all those fuses. And then last thing will be is if I'm gonna put this in the accessory mode or tail light on the switch. As you can see here, there's no lights at all on the shifter. So I don't know if we have a shifter issue, because I tried to open this last time, and every time I touch the, what do you call that, the connector, it turns on. So let me open this guy up. How did I open this last time? Oh, there you go. Okay, so I think this is the guy here. No, that's not the guy. See anything in there? There's still no lights here. That should light up, at least on the sides. Last time it was lighting up. I wonder what's going on in this. No lights. Can I communicate with our shifter control? Let's see. Data. Shifter. Okay, you can communicate on that. How about this guy? E-shifter. Okay, so button state off. Okay, so my park is working. That shifter is working. How about R? Okay, neutral. D. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's changing. Our button is working. But okay, let's go home again. Let's do this. I'm gonna go through here. Let's see if we get some codes even though we're not on ignition on. Let's see if we can find something in here, or maybe a clue, right? And then while waiting on this, let's go under the hood and let's just quickly check those fuses that we see that should say hot at all times. See, as I move out from our car, as you can see, there is showing shift to P, and this guy, he starts flashing. Let me unplug this guy. You see, now there's a light there, right? Which is supposed to be there's a light, unless there's a light there because I turned off our tail lights. Yeah, okay, so that should turn on, but as you see there, showing shift to park. It should not do that unless we're stuck on drive. This is the only thing that will show shift to park, but we should be able still to go to ignition on, right? So let's go under the hood and let's see. Okay, so we're under the hood now. We're just gonna quickly check this stuff here, which one is which. So I'm just testing my test light. As you can see there, the test light works. All our connection here have all power, so which is good. Now we're gonna do one by one on these guys. I'm gonna start with the TCU. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm just gonna poke all these fuses here. Okay, so that's 15 amp. What's that? That's the horn. Okay. There's another 15 amp there. There's the ECU. This 10 amp. This is the AC. Another 15 amp. That's the TCU. And 10 amp for the rear heated. Okay. And then there's gonna be one AC here. That's off. Okay. And heated mirror. That's off. And we have fuel pump. Okay, that's on. We got the AMS. Another 20 amp 4-wheel drive. And the E-shifter has 40 there's power on that fuse. So next is we got ignition 1 in here. There's 40 amp. Ignition 2 will be inside. So it looks like that our fuses is good here. We got power going into this multi-fuse. What else? The only thing is, because I can't really see there, because that's sealed fuse. It's either I'm gonna remove that and see visually if there's a break in the fuse there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me try removing this 40 amp here. Let's make sure that there's power going in there one side. Okay, that's good. And then we're gonna remove this fuse in here and see if we can visually check it. And what we have here, it looks like this fuse has not broken. Fusible link, so that's good. Gonna do this other one here. 40 amp. Okay, so looks like this guy's doing okay. Okay, let me hook this up. No, it doesn't matter because it needs a connection from here going down. So what we know right now is that we can communicate to our IBU, right? Our button works, no problem. Brake switch works. And also what we know is when I open the door, it's showing us that to shift it in park. And what else? And what else do we know? Yeah, those stuff. That's all what we know right now. So I think I have to dig farther on this. I have to look for the park position sensor. I believe that's gonna be underneath here. Because why does it say not park, right? So and then we'll just do a quick visual check. And here, and nothing is out of ordinary, right? let's go inside the car. I know it's not advisable to unplug stuff, so this is our shifter control unit. I'm just gonna unplug that and see. Oi, we're not coming out. Because I thought this job will be as simple as they reverse boost it or whatever, right? So, okay. Just check this fuse box here. Looks like it's all plugged in there. I don't have any important fuse there for our E-shifter 10 amp module IBU. We know that we can communicate to our IBU, so I don't have to worry about that right now. And I think that's it. That's the only fuse box we have in this car. Oops, let me put the battery again, or the charger, or the booster. So the full system scan is done. We don't have any codes. I know we got some failed communication there because we didn't go for ignition on. At least our reverse view mirror or monitor is good. IBU, yeah, I see you. So I think I have to look for that shift position sensor and see why is it not in park, and why is it telling me that you have to go to park, even though we didn't do anything in this, right? Okay, so as I can see in this wiring diagram too, I'm just gonna cover our bases as of now. We'll have ACC here on or input. We should be able, we should check there's 7.5 ACC. So let me put this in accessory mode. Okay, 7.5. Nothing in there. Why? And then there's an ACC 20 amp at the PCB block. Let me see that. So there's a 20 amp here. Where's that guy here? 20 amp ACC. So we got a 20 amp ACC there. Let me double check that quick. So I don't have that 20 amp fuse there, but we have a relay here, and then we got this GE02 module 3. Let me see this module 3. Module 3 7.5. 7.5 at the corner. Nothing in there. Nothing. This is weird, man. Ignition 140 amp, that should be hot at all times. PDM relay, that's inside that PCB block. Okay, let me try do something else here and see, and we'll get back again. Okay, so I'm still worried about this. So we have to worry about this guy here, park position, not park. Why my fan is that my fan? Oh, that's my fan. What else? ACC input open, present. Ignition 1 open, present. Ignition 2 open, present. So, and also what we have here is I can't go get a power 7.5 in there. I don't get 20 amp for ACC in there. So it's either we have something on this relay, because we commanded it to ACC. The cluster shows at accessory, so we should have power at least in there. So I think we should go to this PCB block. Let's look for it, and then I guess I'm gonna remove it, tap it, maybe it will help, I don't know. So let's go under the hood. So as you can hear there, our cooling fan turns on. I don't know why. Let me just remove this booster. Okay, that's good. I don't want to hear that because that's too loud already. And let's focus to our PCB block. So this is our PCB block. We know that we don't have ACC 20 amp, even though our cluster shows ACC or accessory. Our 40 amp fuse is good. We got power on one side, but obviously you need that fuse to power the other side of that leg of the terminals, right? So what I can do is maybe we can tap this and see if it will help, because the relay is inside on this guy. So let me go inside the car. I remove our booster, so let me hook up our booster again. Okay, so it's still the same thing, but we noticed that our fan is turning on, the cooling fan. So something must have triggered that before. So we can remove this. You know what? Let's remove our PCB block. Let's just visually check it. Where's my flat screwdriver? Oh man, I have to look for my flat screwdriver first. I found my flat screwdriver, so let's just remove this big connector here. Come on, man. Why doesn't it come out? Okay. And then the way it looks like it's just clips here that's holding this this fuse mini fuse box. So let's just okay. Okay, one more. Okay, that's good. I don't know why my looks like my video is Is it because of my light? Yeah, I think it's the light. Okay. Oh man. Okay. We got some interesting stuff here, guys. Okay. Oh man. See that? Gets all chewed wires. That's not good. I guess that's why we got that. I don't know, because this is my first time to see this kind of situation, that or on that current data we got open, present, ignition 1, ACC. So I guess we're gonna do some wiring repair on this vehicle, because that doesn't look good. I hope we can repair this, because I don't want to replace the harness. Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna start with this one. I'm gonna remove our battery, remove our fuse box at least, and see what damage we have in there at the bottom of this engine room fuse box. Okay, so I got my tools here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this, so I'll have more space there. I'm gonna remove this air box here. I'll go up there. So what else do we have here? So just all 10 mm. That's out. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove our battery. So we're gonna try to recharge this battery too. If we can recharge that, what else? So I'm just gonna remove this mounting here. It's a 10 millimeter. Other side. Hey. Is there more? I think that's about it, right? There's only 2. Okay. I need to remove this guy here. These connections here. I know it's gonna be too dark on the video, guys. There's no lights here. Just me and the flashlight. Okay, and then we're gonna remove this big connector here. Okay, that's out. Let's double check our connections there. That's good. And let's remove this cable in here. Okay, that's out. And then so that's out. Now I'm just gonna separate the top cover. Oh, let me remove this guy here, so we don't have to worry about this moving around. good. Another one on the side. Okay. One more on the front. Come on. Okay. What's stuck? Tell me. What is stuck? Because I can't see anything. There's this ground here. Oh well. So at least now I can see fully what's going on with this vehicle. As you can see there, it's all chewed marks there. I don't know how many wires are chewed. There's one broken there at all. This guy here. So this is a big mess. Yeah, there's another broken there. I have to put new wires in here. I think that's what I'm gonna do on this vehicle. The rest, like this big wire here, this big wire there, I can just cover that. It's not a big deal. But this, like this, I had to put a new wire in there. Okay, so at least we know what's going on this vehicle. We're gonna fix this, and I believe that it will fix the problem. So since this is a rental car and it's a chewed wire, this is a CP job, customer pays, so I have to take pictures in this, send it to the advisor, and we'll wait for the approval. If they go ahead, we're gonna do the repair and verify our repairs. Alright guys, so we're back with this Santa Fe with these chewed wires. The rental company go ahead with a repair. There's a lot of stuff on this one, so I'm just gonna do some wire repair. I think I made some videos on wire repairs too. I believe I did one on a Tucson, same scenario, chewed wires, and that case was where every time you press the defogger the horn works. So I'm just gonna go through all this stuff, and I'll show you the outcome. So it's either one of the wires, it's either I'm gonna use, I just bought this from Amazon, right? So it's with a shrink tube and solder. So I'll try different ways, whatever works, and then we'll get back and show you my repairs, and then we'll see if everything works now. Alright guys, so I'm done with the wire repair. Some of the wires are just chewed on the, not on the copper itself, but the rubber around it on the copper. So what I did, I just applied some liquid electrical tape, and then I'm gonna tape that individually. So I'm just letting it dry, and then after that I'm gonna clean it. And what they always say is you can also apply, because since it's been chewed, you can also apply a resistance for those rodents, like any smell or something like that. I just googled it and they say pine sol or something like that. So you can try that, so it will not happen again. So I'm just gonna let it dry and then put some tape and put everything back together, and we'll go back inside the car and let's see if this vehicle will start. Alright guys, so I put everything back together. I didn't expect, good thing I checked on this side of the harness. There's still some chewed wires, but it's not that bad because it's just the rubber, not the copper, was chewed all the way. So I just applied the same thing, liquid electrical tape, and overlap it with electrical tape just to cover everything, right? So we're gonna go inside the car and let's see, hope for the best. Okay, that's good. It unlocks now. Okay, what else can we see? We have lights now here. That's good. And let's do ignition on. That's accessory. Okay, that's a good sign. Ignition on. So we should be able to start this vehicle now. Yes. Okay, that's good. No warning lights, I think that's the electric parking brake only. So let me release that. Okay, that's good. So I'm just gonna double check everything as at least the vehicle starts now. So at least the vehicle starts now, and we did our diagnosis and we went to our fuses because we should be expecting a voltage or a fuse hot at all times there for our ACC, right? But we didn't find anything in there, so that's why we went through that PCB block and check our connections there, and what we found out is there's some chewed wires. So we did a repair. One more thing, let's hook up our scan tool because we saw also on our data that it's showing open signal and it says on. So we're gonna check that. So we're just gonna check that. Because it says there, I believe it was on an open signal for our ACC and what's going on for our ACC and our ignition 1 and ignition 2. So we're just gonna go back to our IBU smart key. Okay, so what we have there is, where was that? So as you can see here, our parking position now is showing P. Last time it was not park, right? What else that we saw that there's something going on that. Okay, so here the ACC input open, ignition input open, ignition 2 open. Last time it was all on. So at least with these new systems, it's good that they have this data. At least it can pinpoint our diagnosis. And last time it was on, right now it's off because it's seeing now that signal wire, right, or that connection. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, the diagnosis. And if you have some suggestions, comments, let me know. And that's it. So thank you.